let's get to it. Show you that radar's pretty quiet right now. We're timing out. What's going on?
No sound.
Why not? It's all working there. Oh, no.
Oh, it is?
Oh, we can hear you.
Really?
Louise says. Debbie says can't hear me. Gene says, what are you saying? Now you can hear me? It should be back, everybody, right? You guys got sound? I hope so. Okay, good deal. Thank you, guys. All right, we had a little bit of a hiccup there. Thought we were off, but we are on and we're gone. Hello, Sheila. Good to see you. Hey, Henry. All is good? Debbie says she can hear me. Thank you very much. Okay. So, as I was saying, we're not too much rain developed just yet. Let me get this into the last 4 hours. How about that? And we'll save that. And you'll see that we've got some showers and thunderstorms developing out to the west right now. And these are the ones that could turn a little juicy. What do you get when you play a country song backwards? You get your house back, your wife back, your dog back, your truck back. Love it. Love it. So yeah, if I take this off and I take this off, and we'll actually see these storms developing out to our west. All right. So Julie, we have time for a first weather? Uh-oh, that means no.
What did you say?
Do we have time for a first weather?
A short first weather?
Yeah, we're starting to get some pretty good action on radar.
Okay.
No thunderstorms yet. Let me put some, oh, yeah, we do have thunderstorms already. They're starting to fire up. And so here we are over Lakey and Rock Springs. You can see the last few hours, these storms are starting to fire. And also south of, well, just west of Carrizo Springs and Cotulla, in between those towns and Eagle Pass, we got some pretty good isolated storms. Everything, the mean flow on this is going to be northeast. So we'll go southwest and northeast on these. And these are some of the ones that could produce a little bit of hail and damaging winds as they move, especially into the hill country. All right, because as they start moving a little bit farther north, they're going to encounter a little more instability, a little bit more lift and buoyancy, because we got this area of low pressure cruising in from the west. But so far, nothing dangerous, just outside of the lightning. It's not going to happen in SA, Jillian says. Jillian does not have hope in rain on San Antonio. You know, I get you. I feel you. Because a lot of times that urban heat island, we see rain develop out to our west and then nothing, right? I mean, I know it's all too true. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. So yeah, let's. We're going to watch some of these storms develop right here. Okay. So there's Crystal City. All right. And then that radar, I don't know why I'm going to see about that. We'll get that out of there. Okay. So that's the radar. Now, let me show you what the Severe Prediction Center has us in for tonight. That there's a 1 out of 5 chance that the storms we were just looking at would turn severe and produce some quarter-size hail, winds between 40 and 60, even isolated tornadoes not completely out of the mix on this, okay? So with some of those storms that are firing, going into that region of the hill countries where they're going to be most likely to produce a severe thunderstorm. So that's why we're going to have to watch it very closely. Watch how much this map changes when we get to Thursday. Look at this. I mean, we go to 1, 2, 3, even a 4 out of 5 chance in that pocket of North Texas of seeing severe thunderstorms. Again, the same, producing quarter-size hail or even larger, winds of 60 plus, and even isolated tornadoes are going to be in that forecast. And you can see that it's a much higher risk as you move farther north and northeast. But the chance does go up and is elevated in the San Antonio area from overnight tonight to tomorrow. So here we are at a 1, and it's going to be about 2/3 of Bexar County and a good portion of the metro. And then notice that we're southwest of San Antonio, the chance falls off. But then you go to a 2 for northern Bexar County, northeast Bexar County up into Kendall County, Comal. So all of you in New Braunfels, Seguin, Comfort, Bernie, Kerrville, Fredericksburg, up to Austin, all in a 2 out of 5 chance of seeing severe weather when we get into Thursday evening. So that's the lay of the land. I want to give you, let me give you this timeline, because this is the best way to kind of look at this severe weather risk, is just kind of as bullet points throughout the next 24 hours. So This is round one tonight. Scattered storms between about 2 a.m. and 8 a.m. We're starting to see them fire up out to the west already. So obviously, from now through about 8 a.m. Isolated hail and gusty winds are also possible there, as they are with tomorrow's round. Second round has a little bit more volatility with it, and we're looking at storms between 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. I think once we get to 9 p.m. Thursday, this is all east of us, and we are on our way to a sunny weekend. In fact, it begins Friday with clear, sunny, windy conditions. In fact, very, very windy conditions. All right, let me show you the anchor of this. Yeah, no ice, no Esmeralda, nothing frozen, except I know we were talking about North Texas yesterday, so there could be a little bit of frozen precip in the Panhandle, but not in North Texas, not in the Dallas area. It should all stay rain there. All right, so this low has made some pretty good progress. You can really see it well. Los Angeles into Phoenix, that's that counterclockwise. That's the upper level feature right there. Okay, and then there's a surface front out ahead of it that this low is going to be pushing through our area as we get into Thursday evening. That's why we wait till Thursday for the highest risk of severe weather, because it's going to be along that front that when that moves through has the best chance of getting lift and a focal point, an area that we can see those storms develop quickly. Euro just went on strike, 6 more weeks of a heat island. That's pretty good. That's really good. Dawn, what's up with California? I know, right? 8-9 inches of snow in the Sierra Nevada. I mean, unbelievable. And this is the same low. So anytime you have what's called a cold core low, that would produce that kind of snowstorm. So now you have a system that's got good cold air aloft. Not that we're going to get snow, but that the severe dynamic of the atmosphere favors strong to severe storms when you have cold air aloft and really hot air on the bottom and at the surface. And I'm talking about really hot air. Oh, I'm talking about really hot air. Take a look at these highs that we hit today. March 1, we should be stopping at 70. 94 Pleasanton, 99s at Pearsall and Cotulla, 97s at George West and Beeville both, 87 at Seguin, 88 New Braunfels, 88 in San Antonio, by the way, only 1 degree shy of the record high from 1899. 1899 was the record high of 89 degrees. We just missed it. All right, so here's the front out to the west, and you can see there is some snow behind it. So that's why I say snow would be reserved, and I'll show you the model for West Texas, far west and up into the Panhandle. Won't see it in North Texas. But I'll give you a look at okay, here's where we're going to see what kind of snow package. This is the entire state of Texas as this storm rolls through. So you can see these storms that are tonight rolling through our area. And now here comes the Thursday round. It starts in North Texas first, and then look back towards Lubbock. And that's going to be some snow and some ice in the Lubbock area, 8:30 tomorrow night. And that's also going to be our highest risk of seeing some severe storms in our area. But notice that we're just getting clipped in San Antonio. That's as far south as this storm line is going to develop. And so the chances are about 30-40% for us. Okay, even though this is a big system and there's going to be high risk of severe weather, especially in North Texas, our rain chance boils down to a probability of 30 or 40%. I just want to give you that larger view. Now it's getting close, and we're going to take a look at a couple of models here. La Habra, California, between LA and, wow, isn't that crazy? It's like, Don, we want to look that up in the Bible. Like when they get snow like this in South California, something's going on, right? New Braunfels, what's up, Angie? Good to see you. Thank you, Esmeralda. All right, so now this is right? Yeah, HRRR, rapid refresh model. And it doesn't have the current, it's a little late on what is developing already. Okay, we showed you live radar, so this one not initializing as well as what we might look at in a moment. But either way, these storms move north and out of the picture by sunrise tomorrow. Then you can see most of tomorrow cloudy, little break in the clouds late in the afternoon. There's some sunshine, 84, 85. I'm going with about 86 for Thursday's high. And then here comes the line that develops. And look at this, not impressive for San Antonio. So there's a thunderstorm that develops right over Bernie at about 7 p.m. tomorrow night and pushes east. And you can see that the line gets a little more active in eastern Bexar County and the I-35 corridor at 8 p.m. tomorrow night, and then picks up a little bit more moisture and moves east. Now, that's not that impressive, right? I mean, it just looks like we get more of a near miss than anything else. But let's take a look at what we've got on the IBM, another highly trusted model in this situation. 4-kilometer guidance. And see, it missed by about 2-3 counties where this rain would come together. And it was a little late rather on that, because the rain got here early. There's one little thunderstorm, okay? But now watch what it does with the Thursday line. As we get to about 5 p.m., the line begins at Fredericksburg and Kerrville and begins growing south into Bexar County by 6, but gets a lot more active over the I-35 corridor. And again, a near miss for San Antonio. Okay, so both models agree on us not getting much in the city. Maybe 1/10 of an inch, 2/10 of an inch tops, okay? We're just going to kind of get clipped, but I think this is when the storm line is east of the city. We're going to have to watch very closely for any of these storms to start misbehaving and producing damaging winds or hail. Again, it doesn't look like we're going to have to worry about much in San Antonio as of now. Again, we're 24, well, less than 24, but we'll get more guidance run in the morning, and we'll have a better handle on it in the morning consensus and see if they still line up accordingly. Let's take a look at the NAM, another good one, 3-kilometer resolution. Showing us widespread rain tonight, which is not the case. Pretty dry tomorrow. And then there's the line there, very similar. Okay, but a lot more at 8 o'clock for the city, East Bexar County especially, before it rains out. So that's the most impressive feature or display, is at 8 p.m. tomorrow, we get a pretty good line right on top of the city. So again, I want to give you a few opinions and see how it's pulsing. Like, you'll get those storms to fire up over the city. They die down, they fire up again, east around Floresville, Karnes City, up to Gonzales, pulsing. So this is interesting, that again, they pretty much line up. I mean, with the NAM showing us the most impressive line of storms developing at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. All right, so now this is the tough part. Which one do I go with? Which one do I show on Ken's 5 News at 10? I'd have to say we stuck with the IBM, right? Stick with the one who brought you, dance with the one you came with. But I just, not initializing well, see, because it's got this rain. Nobody's picking up this rain this early. The herd did the closest job with what's happening now. And then the hill country storms would line up with what the SPC is thinking, that we've got that 1 out of 5 risk for the hill country overnight. But then that line is just not impressive. Look at that. And it's east of us by 8:30, 9 o'clock tomorrow. I think so, Debbie, right? I think so. Could be a tease. All right. So, with that said, 7-day forecast time. We're not expecting a whole lot to drop into the South Texas rain gauges, my friends. I'm afraid that's the brutal truth. Good evening to you, Paul. Good to see you. There is some action on the radar now. So yes, there will be some scattered storms, mainly west and northwest of the city. So it's looking more hill country than San Antonio tonight. But notice that we get this front through, very windy tomorrow. South winds first, and then big northwest winds. 40-mile-per-hour gusts are expected tomorrow evening and through tomorrow night. Even a very windy Friday expected with wind gusts between 20 and 30. And then Saturday, the winds die down, 78. We'll have some chilly mornings, especially as the winds die down Saturday morning. It'll be a chilly 47 and 49 Sunday morning. But that is your 10-day forecast, my friends.